AJ Styles confirms his injury status. Plus, there's been a new filing in the Vince McMahon Janel Grant lawsuit, and an AEW title is to be defended at a major indie event. It's all in the Cultaholic wrestling news right now. Alan! Oh, poor old Alan of SmackDown fame. AJ Styles' future with WWE in-ring has been a bit of an asterisk since his return and that match against Carmelo Hayes.
It would look like a work that's turned into a shoot, and that would appear to be the case. The little flip off the ropes, that was the work part, landing dodgy there, that was supposed to happen. The shoulder breaker thing with the knee going the wrong way, that wasn't supposed to happen, and it's resulted in some prime fillet steak.
It has indeed. AJ Styles a short while ago responded to a tweet stating that the injury from SmackDown was a work. He tweeted, "It's called a Liz Frank injury. Look it up. It sucks. I thought when I took off my boot, I would have a bone sticking out of my foot." Ugh. That sounds horrible.
So if Liz Frank is watching, shame on you for doing that to AJ Styles. That's Elizabeth Frank. Shame on you.
You monster, Liz Frank. I'll find you. A fan confirmed in a tweet that it's an injury that has sidelined NFL players, to which Styles replied, "Bingo, as the kids say. I'm cooked."
That's a shame. It's a big shame, isn't it? Just come back after a little period away, and then he's just gone away again.
I know. So it comes at a time where AJ Styles is looking to wind down his in-ring career. So the kind of hope was that this would be one big spirited run for AJ Styles before he calls time. I think that we will still get that spirited run, but now we'll just have to pop a pin in it for the time being.
Yeah, and I guess it adds because he returned as a babyface after being a heel for a little while there in the feud with Cody Rhodes. But yeah, it aids to the babyfaceness of the return when it eventually happens. Wow! Remember the What am I doing?
I did wonder. I was thinking maybe we get like YouTube Beautiful Day promo.
Yeah.
AJ Styles getting better.
WWE Desire. Bring them back.
Bring back WWE Desire. That's what we desire.
The weird one was Clocks by Coldplay being used for the Kurt Angle one. Remember?
Yeah,
what a weird choice.
That was good though.
Yeah.
I liked that. That worked really well. That was 2003. Yeah. In the run up to, I want to say, Vengeance 03.
Where Kurt looked like the Pokemon evolution of his own little baby.
He did, didn't he?
Because he looks like a giant baby with his bald head.
He did. But of course, the Creed My Sacrifice one is the definitive WWE Desire video until AJ Styles makes one using, I don't know, Agadoo by Black Lace.
Oh, no, it'll be Jelly Roll, won't it?
Oh, yeah, it'll probably be.
I'm fighting through the pain caused by Liz Frank.
His new song, how appropriate. Jelly Roll's new song is all about a Liz Frank injury. You couldn't make it up. Obviously, when we know more about the AJ Styles injury status and what this sort of means going forward, we'll let you know at cultaholic.com. Now, in the last few moments, a new filing has been revealed today in the Vince McMahon Janel Grant lawsuit. Janel Grant's legal team has filed an opposition to Dr. Carlin Colker's motion to dismiss the bill of discovery that she filed against Colker and Peak Wellness.
Janel Grant filed a bill of discovery with the Superior Court of Connecticut on Tuesday, July the 16th, against Colker and the Peak Wellness, seeking medical records related to the sex trafficking lawsuit she filed against Vince McMahon, WWE, and John Laurinaitis in January. It was alleged by Grant that the medical records she had received so far were incomplete and inaccurate.
It was also alleged that Grant received care from Colker's clinic from November 2019 to April 15th of 2022 upon the direction of Vince McMahon, and while being treated at Peak Wellness. Grant was allegedly instructed to take pills and undergo treatments that were not disclosed to her. Grant was also alleged that a Peak Wellness employee was involved in several instances of abuse against Miss Grant by McMahon. Vince McMahon filed his own opposition to Grant's bill of discovery, which was denied on August the 6th.
Yeah, Ann Callis, who is Janel Grant's lawyer, has commented saying, "Imagine being at your most vulnerable and the doctor you are told to see only makes you feel worse. Our filing today makes it clear that Dr. Colker violated ethical and medical standards when he injected unknown substances into Janel's body and directed her to take unlabeled pills while dismissing her basic questions about those drugs. Peak Wellness owes Janel Grant answers, and the clinic's secrecy and evasion must come to an end."
Janel Grant's trafficking lawsuit against McMahon, WWE, and John Laurinaitis is currently paused until December the 11th, while attorneys for the Southern Southern District of New York investigate allegations of trafficking and misconduct against Vince McMahon stretching back to 1986. Aidan Gibbons from Cultaholic.com offering a few more details on that as well on the website, which you can check out right now. When we know more, we'll let you know more about it there. We mentioned AJ Styles going down with an injury. An AEW talent has also succumbed to an injury recently.
Yeah, it's a shameful one. A shame as well. Not a shameful one. A shame as well. Just because it's Anthony Henry, who, of course, was in the tag team tournament a little while ago. An injury brought an end to that. Then he got released, didn't he? Then rehired. Now he's got injured again in the match with Gabe Kidd. That was on Collision. It's a torn biceps this time around.
Yeah, and he revealed yesterday he's now had successful surgery. He is on the road to recovery from this point as well. But yeah, the second of two big injuries for Anthony Henry. Had his jaw broken in a match at Deadlock Pro Wrestling earlier this year that, as you said, subsequently led to him being released from AEW, and then when he was medically cleared, suspiciously being rehired by AEW, which was an interesting turn of events. But we wish, obviously, Anthony Henry a full and speedy recovery. It's a biceps injury can take months and months from you. So hopefully, full and speedy, sir. Full and speedy. Staying with AEW to end on, an AEW championship is going to be defended this weekend at what is shaping up to be a, quite frankly, ludicrously massive indie event in Canada.
Do you want Scott D'Amore wrestling in your life? Because he has launched, obviously, a promotion after leaving TNA earlier this year.
See what you did there.
Do you want D'Amore?
I do, yeah. And that more D'Amore is offering is Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. They have their debut weekend, Forged in Excellence. And now it'll feature Konosuke Takeshita defending his newly won AEW International title against TNA's Josh Alexander.
Worlds collide.
Oh,
yeah. Boom.
Shoot that into my veins.
Brandy Rhodes' favourite wrestler. I just spat everywhere now, sorry. Do you remember when Ethan Page was like, oh, I'm good, me, in AEW, and Brandy Rhodes was like, well, we wanted the other one from your tag team.
Further proving as well that TNA is genuinely the crossroads of the wrestling multiverse. Because obviously they have this wonderful special relationship at the moment with NXT, and now here's Josh Alexander in TNA challenging for an AEW title.
Goodness me.
I know, right?
Could you imagine it?
What a time to be alive. It's going to take place on night 2 of this 2-night event from Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. On the first night, Josh Alexander's in a tag match that also features Cameron Grimes back in the ring, Trevor Lee now known as. Whilst Takeshita, meanwhile, is going to be competing on night 1 in a non-title match against TNA star Speedball Mike Bailey.
That sounds rubbish. What a boring, rest-hold-filled, nothing fest that will be.
I hope your sarcasm alarm's going off, and I hope your satire alarm is dinging as well. Forged in Excellence will emanate from St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario. It's going to be broadcast live on Triller, formerly Fight as well, and also feature the Ring of Honor Women's title on the line. Ex-TNA star Giselle Shaw challenging Athena, but on night 1, we got Mia Yamashita versus Giselle Shaw, and if Yamashita wins, they make it a 3-way the following night.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Loads of
There's
moving
all sorts
parts
happening. All the worlds are colliding.
Yeah. How about a tables match between Jinder Mahal and Bully Ray?
That's what everyone's wanted all their lives.
That's the one, in it.
Put him through that table, Raj. Kill him.
Finish
in the ring. Finish the story.
We're going to be chatting with Scott D'Amore this week on the Cultaholic Wrestling podcast feed, and I want to get more details about what the plan is for Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, where it goes from here. Because honestly, he is absolutely hoying it at this first weekend of events.
Yeah,
really going for it, and you can watch it on Triller if you want to watch more about it. It's nearly, is it Hold and Give o'clock? Looking at my watch.
4 p.m. BST, Hold and Give on YouTube. I'll be doing the Sunderland career mode while wearing a Newcastle jacket. Well, let's play the soccers, everybody.
In some places, that would be a punishment.
Yeah.
But at Cultaholic and a Hold and Give, it's Tuesday.
I give the people what they want. The people wanted it, so I gave them it.
You are one for giving people whatever they want. And you can watch that on the Hold and Give YouTube channel from 4 p.m. today. And for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out Cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.